This is A Game. Fast acting, long lasting, with no side effects.
Hey all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly value, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey there, my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel. I'm your host, femininity coach and author of The Crimson Cure, and this is my perspective. So I ran up on a video that I thought was really interesting, and it is from the content creator Just Pearly Things, which I'm realizing that I actually like her content. So warm salutations to her as a content creator. But I have a clip here, and this is the inspiration for what's going on with this show today and why Black women don't compete. They don't compete. They don't compare to other women. You know, you can't compete where you don't compare. Right? And so this lady is going to explain something very simple. It's not ground shattering, not earth shaking. Not at all. It's a real simple concept. But I want you to listen very carefully, and then we're going to come back and break it all down, because this is something that Black women really need to hear. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you guys so that you can see it, and then we will come back and I will give you my perspective. So here we go.
The reason why I like Kevin Samuels and how he would call out Black women is because I'm Puerto Rican. And so we have like similar problems where we're out here absolutely prepared to curse out and fight men, and then complaining that we're single. Meanwhile, our kids suffer because of it. And like me as a minority woman, I'm like, no way, like I can figure this out. So I had to learn how to not be argumentative. Like when I was first with my husband, we were dating, like it took a long time for me to stop being rude, because that was my baseline, and I had already done some work on it. Okay, so this is like really sad that I did work to be less rude, just to be like, you need to do more. But that I did not talk any differently than the women in my family that came before me. I thought it was normal, and I didn't know that when you disrespect men, they don't feel loved. But once I figured that out, I was like, well, that's not nice. Yeah. I was like, okay, well, I want him to feel like I love him. Yeah. The reason why I like Kevin Samuels.
Okay, I'm gonna come back to you guys. Let me stop sharing. Let me come back. Okay. Real simple, wasn't it? She didn't say anything earth-shattering except to the ears, perhaps, of Black women. She might have said something earth-shattering. If she were Black, she'd be a pick-me. Now, all she did was, first of all, she said, this is why I like Kevin Samuels calling out Black women. Other races of women, specifically Latinas, watch us. Now, Kevin Samuels had a little more than 1 million subscribers. So, you know, he was really getting out there and all of those sort of things. So it doesn't surprise me that obviously more than Black people are listening to his message and watching his shows. However, the women, the non-Black women, were taking note. Do y'all understand that? Let me do this a little bit further. Do y'all understand that the non-Black, she just got through saying, I'm Latina. And basically she's saying, listen, he told me a couple of things, because in our culture, we got similar problems. We spicy. We prepared to cuss out a man and fight and carry on, just like Black women. So it's not about other women not having similar issues in their cultures, in their families, in their neighborhoods, in their communities. It's not even about them never having a problem. The biggest difference Reason why I say black women can't compete where they don't compare is not because these women are perfect. These white women are not perfect. These Asian, have you ever seen an Asian woman in action? They're mean. They're mean. Okay? They got that little demure thing going on when they outside. It's because they know how to act. But I've seen it. Have you ever heard any of them Asian women? They mouth like a razor. Okay? It's not that these women there's no masculine ones among them, or that they never have a problem, or that they're always these wonderful, sweet, every last one of them. No. But you know what the biggest difference is? Once they realize this doesn't net me good results, they change. Because she was like, when me and my husband were dating, I was rude. That was my baseline. That's y'all baseline. It's y'all baseline to be rude to men in general, black men specifically, and even more specifically the man you're in a relationship with. Rude. You will talk to him any kind of way. You will call him names. You will emasculate him. You will use sign language on him. You will say and do anything to that man. And it don't matter what kind of man he is. Y'all like to hide behind, oh, he's not doing this. Oh, he's not doing that. Men ain't together, blah, 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 blah. But you with him, sis. And a lot of these men are not all of these men are bums. They not. Right? So as she listened to Kevin Samuels, it brought a light to some of the things that was going on with her. How she was behaving, how she was acting. And one of the things she said, when I learned that men feel like you don't love them when you don't respect them, I wanted to change that. Well, I don't want them to feel not loved. Difference is, black women don't care if black men feel loved. The ones you're married to, the ones you're in relationships with. I am not talking about random black men. I am talking about the men in your life, in the relationship with you. You don't care if he happy. You don't care what he feel. You don't care if he feel loved. You don't care if he feel respected. You don't care. Matter of fact, you prefer he not feel respected. You're going to do everything you can to disrespect him, to exert dominance over him in one way, shape, form, or another. That's what you're going to do. You listen, I just listened to a clip because I can't, it's too many hours, so I don't watch all of Lapeef's whole show. But I will watch the clips that he uploads if they are interesting. And they are very interesting. I'm actually glad that he uploads the different clips. So shout out to the Lapeef Network. But I watched a clip yesterday, where it was actually Kayla and Courtney Michelle, that all of them were having a conversation, but Kayla was kind of coming against what Courtney was saying, because Courtney was basically, they were talking about changing and making changes and changing for people, like changing to be with somebody or something like that. And Kayla was like almost dead set against it. She was like, no, it's not legit. If you change, blah, 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 for somebody, you got to change for yourself, blah, blah, blah. So Courtney was saying, no, it is legitimate. Like, if you realize that how you're behaving and what you're doing and all this type of thing is not getting good results, people are not responding well to you, things are not going quite right, then you need to change. Why not? Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't that be a legitimate reason to change? And the reason why I brought that up is because it's a lot of women with that mindset. Don't change for no man. Don't do nothing for the man that's in a relationship with you. Do nothing positive. Don't even so much as reciprocate what he give you. You got to change, because a lot of times, and this is something that Courtney Michelle said in that exchange, you don't know what you don't know. Sometimes you don't know you're being rude and crass and a itch. You don't know you're doing that. And you have to come into different situations with different people, and they tell you or show you this behavior that you got going, it's not good. and you can't be in my presence, you can't participate in this situation, you can't do X, Y, and Z with that. You're going to either have to drop that or go away. It's one or the other. Because everybody not going to coddle to it. And there's going to be somebody you want to be with, or there's going to be somewhere you want to be, where you're going to have to make a decision. Is it worth me wilding out and spazzing out and being this unruly individual, or do I need to conform so I can actually get places and have mobility in my life, where I can actually have a good reputation and people like me and people want to be around me because I'm not this wild woman? But Black women don't feel like you got to change anything, especially when it comes to men. And these are the men you already with. This is not even so much changing stuff to try to get a man, but this is about changing things to maintain the relationship that you already in. Y'all don't even want to do that. This lady just said she had to make changes. That was inner work. That was work for her to do, to say, you know what? I'm not operating at full capacity, at optimal capacity right now. I may actually lose my husband, or I may be doing things in my relationship that damage my relationship over time. It may not seem like a big deal now. He might not be saying so many things now. My relationship may not be in immediate danger now, but if I keep going down this road, it could be. And I don't want to lose my husband. I don't want to break my family. I don't want heartbreak. I don't want a broken relationship. I don't want a broken home. And I certainly don't want to be the cause of it. So let me self-reflect. Let me take a look at myself. I'm listening to this guy. He's saying some things that, and maybe he's wording it in a way differently than my husband would word it. I've never heard this in my family. Like she said, I'm talking normal as according to how I grew up and the way the women talked in my family. That's a lot of Black women issue. We grew up gynocratic. We grew up ready to boss a man around. We grew up disrespecting Black men. We grew up doing that. But when is it time out? When is it time out? When is it time out? And this is why other women bypass, but they just blow past Black women, because y'all like to be stuck on stupid out of a false sense of pride. You're too prideful to humble yourself and say, you know what? Let me chill out. But y'all be ready to disrespect the man just off rip. Another clip of Lapeef that I watched with that lady T, or whoever she is, set up because she didn't like what Anton was saying, called him a P, a female body part. Because you always got smoke for women, blah, blah, blah. It's like, where's the disrespect coming from? This is a man that you are working with. For all intents and purposes, even though it is a form of entertainment, this is something that you took on to be a regular on that panel. That's almost work. That's like being a coworker. And this is what you say to your coworkers? Just where's the respect of one human to another? I don't have to dig low. I don't have to low blow you just because I don't like what you said. I can find a feminine way to tell you that I'm in disagreement with you. But Black women don't think like that. We quick to disrespect a man. No regard for, I know she done seen Rita around because Anton don't hide his wife. So disrespect that woman husband. Now these women would be feeling like something if Rita was to get on there and check them real quick about how you talking about my man. But Rita's actually feminine. So she doesn't get on and get into backs and forths with these chicks. And women like her, women like me, other women like us that choose to be feminine, we got names, slurs, words coming to us, energy coming to us. That, what is that about? These other women have issues with masculine behavior. It's just that they will do the one thing that Black women will not do. And it's going to cause them to survive, and it's going to cause Black women to go by the wayside. And that thing is adapt. They adapt. That's the number one thing a woman do to survive. She adapt. Y'all didn't even do that. That's why we call you flightless birds. We used to call you flightless bird, like a dodo bird. You know how they extinct? Anyway, before we sign off, let me draw everyone's attention to the petition that we have against Black Lives Matter organization for frittering away $90 million worth of donations that should have gone to help the Black community, and it only went to serve their lifestyle. So in the description box, I've got the link to the petition. Please sign it, please share it, and please contribute to it if you can. Sound off in the comment section. Let me know what you think about this topic. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, I'm your host, The Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonites. Hey guys, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. And if you've got more to say on the topic, leave a comment down below. Also, don't forget to support our sponsor, who so graciously supports this channel by clicking the description box and the link for A-Game at agameherbal.com. You can go ahead and get a 10% discount off of your next purchase using the code Kendra10. This has been yet another Crimson Cure production, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.